I'm amazed at how many people are showing up, how regularly they're showing up, and how much we're getting done. I seem to be getting a lot done very quickly, so yeah, it's really good.
We've been carefully watching the project coming up, and when we came, we'd worked with the Stroud Valleys project before, so we were very pleased to see that they were involved, because they're very organised and they get things done. You know, they've done lots of projects like this, so we're pleased to be working with them.
Yes, it's going on very well. A nice lot of people here. We're having great fun. And Monday mornings, you know, get a bit of work done in the open air, especially now it's getting a bit cooler. As long as we don't find any wasp nests, which we did earlier in the season. Interesting that was, we all ran. Apart from that, yeah, surprises. I think probably be changing even again. You know, because I thought it was going to be raised beds all the way across one piece. It's now going to be a lawn with some raised beds. You know, so changed again.
It sounded a really interesting and exciting project. A bit like breaking into the secret garden. So I was really interested to see what was here. And I've been looking for an opportunity to work outdoors, because I've helped in various other projects, but this is just so close by. And I think the whole of Stratford Park and this area, it's just a wonderful asset to Stroud, and you sometimes forget it's here.
Lots of different people here, people who are, you know a lot about a wealth of knowledge when it comes to gardening. So I'm learning from those, and just general brains work that gets done here. So as well as, you know, I want to take something from the project, which is, you know, a bit more. I've just finished university, so I'm wanting to gain more the soft skills to add on to the academic skills that I've got, and so that's what I'm getting out of here.
Mostly it's been fairly plain sailing. They've all just shown up every day with masses of energy and enthusiasm and set about it. So yeah, my job's been quite easy really. And to be fair, I hadn't really even explored the gardens out front, let alone, you know, I didn't know anything about the War Garden. So knowing now how long it's taken to get to this point, it feels like a real privilege to be involved. Yeah, very exciting.
Here we are in mid-January, and it's perfect time of year for planting trees, fruit trees. Here's the lovely root system. And what you then do, to say I'm not digging a great big hole, I'm actually putting the tree almost on the surface here. Tease the roots out in all the different directions. You can see the ground level is there where the roots are, and you don't want to bury the tree any deeper than that.
I'll tell you what's amazing now though, suddenly you can see all the walls.
Yes. That's why we're trying to cut off the ivy at the bottom of the roots. I mean, it's a listed wall as well. It's listed, I believe,
yes,
as well.
It is.
So if it needs changes to maintenance to it, they can do it as well.
And have you noticed what happened over here when those trees came down 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's brought in more light as well at the moment as well. Well, that's not so dark, is it?
There's been quite a lot of clearance work. There was a fair amount of it. There was a large shrubbery behind us, which is all gone. There's been a lot of tree felling and tree clearance work, which is slightly hard to take, but really this is the kind of project where you have to accept that you really are having to go for a blank slate really to start with.
We started digging this up here, and then we discovered the path that was here, and we started going a little bit further on, and a bit more path appeared.
And so you just kept going?
Yeah, just kept going. And and it's just amazing.
Do you reckon that's the end of it now then?
I reckon it is the end there. I don't think we're going to find any more.
Oh, you think it's the end? Do you think it'll lead right to the dipping pond at the end? That round pond?
Who knows? We just have to keep digging and see what happens.
Yeah. We've done quite a lot of soil shifting. There was a huge pile of soil just behind us here. It must have been about 5 or 6 tonnes. And we've sieved it all with our marvellous magical soil sieve. And bagged it all up. This is what some of these bags are around us at the moment.
This is part of it.
Okay.
With the little wheels.
And you made that yourselves here?
That we did, yeah. Yeah. Then we put the soil in there, and then It's got a lovely movement, this is.
So
Like
it's
that.
much nicer than just using a hand riddle that you just...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a lot easier than you have like a bag underneath there.
Okay.
And then as you shift the shore like that, it just goes down through there.
That's a brilliant
And then-
invention.
That's what it is.
Let's go in this piece here. We're just wondering, probably from a border. It's probably quite a big thing. Because it's got a fat top on it. It would have probably gone like that. Extended a bit more. Quite useful. Probably saved that to go in the arcades.
We've been a little bit involved with putting up the design actually for the vegetable growing area, and that's pretty much finalised with
It's
few
been
possible.
complicated, hasn't it?
It has.
Because we had a plan, but then we've had to refine it. So there's been a lot of toing and froing between us and you to try and work out how we can actually sort out exactly where the beds are going and where we're going to position them. So that's been unforeseen, really. So we've had to work around.
It's been an iterative process, but it's worked really well. And I think the design we've got now is going to be glorious. I think it'll be great.
Have a go at this? This is not hanging, is it?
And I'll tell you what else has been really good actually. There's just an observation really, which is that how this group has gelled together.
Yes, yeah.
And at Christmas time, we all came into the garden and just had a hot drink and something to eat. And the whole group was just as if they'd always been a gang together. It's lovely.
Yeah, they're fantastic actually. I feel extremely privileged. I took home a piece of ash from one of the trees that was felled here, and I've cut it up into discs. And I brought along my pyrograph pen with me, which is this fantastic hot pen that burns into wood. So during the morning, maybe over the next hour or hour and a half, it'd be great if you all came and had a play with the pyrograph and put your names on one of these little ash circles. And then what we'll do is we'll drill a hole in them and we'll hang them. We might hang them up in the shed.
We're going to plant a memory box in the garden which will contain objects that all the volunteers and anybody else that's been involved in the project, they'll put something in here and then we're going to bury the tin.
Fantastic.
And the tin will probably stay underground for 20 years. What's gone in so far is a washer, because John here always collects odd bits and pieces.
I find things on the ground and then pick them up, yeah.
He's always got his pockets full of bits and bobs.
Well, I think they contribute in a piece of pottery so that when everybody finds it, they think, and that's what this kind of pot that we had at that particular time.
Oh, is this something you found in the garden then?
Oh yeah.
This is our original invoice for ordering of the marquee for the garden, which has been blown down twice and put up 3 times. So that is going in there.
That's a real memory of this garden.
Yes, it is actually.
This is what I wore during the work.
During the whole time in the garden you've had
Yes.
that faithful hat.
Yes.
And
faithful.
now it's going
Now
in the tin.
It's
for
going in the
posterity.
tin. Yes.
Tell us
what
that is and why it's going in the box.
Well, this caused a lot of trouble, didn't it?
It did.
Japanese knotweed. This is the result of the bog over there and the gravel patch over there, you know, and half of it being excavated out before we knew anything about it. It caused a lot of problems, and it still does to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you let it go, it'll grow everywhere.
It better go in then.
We've got loads of spare discs.
Yeah.
So if you decide you want to have a practice
Yeah.
first and then do a real one, then that's also fine. That's good.
So is it like being a tattoo artist?
Yes. Come here and we find out.
There was a lot of soil sieving that went on, so I'll tie that up.
There was a lot of soil.
soil sailing.
And who's got the hazard tape? Behind you. Oh, Catherine.
There you go.
Festival clothes.
What's the plan?
Yeah, that's
We sealed the box with our hazard tape.
Okay, do you want us to go around that way?
Say goodbye to it for
We'll
about
pull you
20
out if you
years.
fall in.
Yeah, thanks.
Brilliant.
Done?
Go ahead, please. That's what happened. Go ahead, please. That's what happened. Go ahead, please. That's what happened.